Hi, I'm Art Kaplan. I'm at the Division of Medical Ethics at the NYU Grossman School of Medicine, located in New York City. A colleague of mine at the University of Pennsylvania, Zeke Emanuel, wrote a real interesting essay about his father, who's 96, I believe, and the kind of death that he had in a pretty intensive care hospital, a high-quality, big academic affiliated hospital. Zeke said it wasn't the death that his dad would have wanted, and it wasn't the death that he wanted his father to have. In this case, his dad had a big brain tumor, not anything that anybody could do anything about. He also suffered from pneumonia, which led to his admission, and as many of you know, that led to a cycle or an unfolding of many different interventions, none of which were going to save Zeke's dad, but all of which seemed intrusive and unnecessary and in some ways burdensome. And this is a story we still hear today too often. Yes, we have hospice. Yes, we have palliative care, but I fear that they don't get there soon enough, and we still have an attitude for very old and very sick individuals that, well, we still should try to treat the pneumonia, we still should do the CAT scans to determine how big that brain tumor is, even when we know that the person has an underlying lethal disease, terminal disease. I even get upset when I see people who we know are going to die still getting woken up in the middle of the night to get their vital signs when they're going to be bad, because we're supposed to be allowing these people to die, but yet we're still taking measurements or doing tests, waking them up, turning on the lights in ways that is not comfort care. In my own experience, I've seen too many people where hospice gets there, but gets there late, 3 days, 4 days before the person is going to die. They're only called then because people are reluctant to give up hope for the patient. And in some instances, palliative care doesn't get there, and when they do, people are getting conservative because of the opioid epidemic about giving people adequate pain control. Well, none of this should be going on. We have the tools and we have the knowledge to allow people a good death. We know that what they want is comfort, what they want is access to friends, what they want is to have a good quality of life as best they can while they die. Occasionally they want to go home, and that's okay too, as long as the family understands the management challenge that sometimes that can pose, but the option should always be laid out. The notion that we have to pound on people with all the technology we've got because that represents our not giving up hope flies in the face of the fact that sometimes we know that hope is gone. It's hard to admit it, it's hard to say, but I think we have to at least get prepared, even in talking to people when they come into the hospital and families, that this may not end well, and here's what we will try to do if that direction develops. So I think planning ahead with seriously ill, very old people makes sense in terms of laying out how they're going to be managed, what will happen to them to provide them comfort when they need it, and what will happen to the family to provide them support when they need it. So I think Zeke's story was moving and telling and disturbing. If he, as a major professor and a major voice in health policy in the United States, couldn't get the death that he thought his dad would have wanted, that bodes ill for the rest of us. We've got to fix it. I'm Art Kaplan. I'm at the Division of Medical Ethics at the NYU School of Medicine. Thanks for watching.